Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Gorilla Blood Radio. I am Daniel Correa, and as always, I am joined by Scott ADX out in New York City. What's up, Scott?
It's the end of the world!
It's the end of the world as we know it. Yes. If people didn't believe this could be the rapture year with all the deaths and stuff, people are acting like it right now as we tape this. There is, protesting, air quotes, in the streets right now, in a bunch of major cities because Donald Trump actually won the presidency. Yes.
Yes, human sacrifices, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria!
Yes. Actually, really, when it comes down to it, I think it was Hillary Clinton losing the election and not really necessarily Donald pulling everything. But hey, it went his way, and props to him for that and all the people who came out to vote. And I mean, seriously, every election year, half the electorate is going to be pissed, and it happens all the time. So.
Man, but I can't believe that thing on his head's going to own the country soon.
Well, the funniest part about that, I was talking to somebody about that today. I'm not kidding. I actually was talking to somebody about Donald Trump's hair. That's funny as it sounds. Every single president starts to go gray, and their hairline starts to recede. Part of me wonders, is Donald going to be able to comb forward as much, or will he go gray and not dye his hair? I just thought of that. I thought
6 months on the job, that thing's just going to walk off.
We're going to find out it actually was a squirrel living on the top of his head.
No, you know what? Fuck this. You're an idiot. I'm out of here.
I just thought that's so funny, man. I mean, granted, I know this is kind of third rail territory here for this show because we normally don't go to this place. But really, when it comes down to it, the election happened, people voted, president was named. All we can do now, really, is hope. Yeah, I mean, it's hope because he's going to be a one-term president. He's old. He's one of the older presidents we've had. Now he's president-elect. He won't be inaugurated until January. But he will probably only be here for 4 years, and then we'll get somebody new. I mean, in all honesty, for those of you people out there who are freaking out and blocking traffic and destroying things and burning the flag, that's what bothers me the most, is those idiots who burn the flag. Just give him a damn chance. I know it wasn't the guy that you picked, but for the love of God. I mean, it's crazy. And honestly, I didn't want Donald Trump either. I didn't want Hillary. I didn't want Donald. Neither of them would have been my first, second, third, or even 50th choice. So, but we're stuck with it, so whatever. I've seen a couple of really good memes out there though in the last 24 hours. One of which says orange. One they said orange is the new black. That's not what we meant.
Make America orange again.
Yeah. I saw one.
Fantastic ice cream.
Yeah, I saw one that said it had a picture from Home Alone 2 and actually said you didn't see Hillary trying to help Kevin find the bell desk or whatever it was, because Donald Trump made an appearance in Home Alone 2. So, but no, in all honesty, I mean, if for those of you who got a chance to watch it, the very end of it, all the stuff that happened, because it happened at 3 or 4 in the morning on the East Coast. Or it felt like it anyway. It was close.
I think it was 2 because I looked at 2 o'clock in the morning and it's officially he won. It's just I'm putting on a movie.
Yeah, it was getting close to midnight out here on the West Coast, but he had a good little speech, and I'm hoping, honestly, I'm cautious, but I hope and I pray, like I do with every president, whether I voted for them or not, that they are able to do something good for the country. And he gave a pretty good speech. And then Hillary the next morning, after she didn't come out and do a speech. Yeah, she didn't do a speech this morning. Well, Wednesday morning. And I mean, honestly, that.
Fourth wall breaking. This is Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. Hillary Clinton basically has been working her whole life to try to be the first woman president. So honestly,
and I still don't know how I feel about this. I'm really fucking glad she's not president.
Oh, I am too. Granted, I am too. But it's one of those things where, put it this way, let me put it in a humanistic perspective, because really it's hard to think after seeing Hillary Clinton and all the problems her and Bill and all the things over the years have had. But put it in a human perspective. When you've worked your entire life for one end goal game and you got right to the finish line and you fell down, dude, that's heart and soul crushing for anybody.
She's tried twice now.
Yeah.
Failed.
And she's also to a point now where she's getting up there in age. Her health is starting to fail her. As much as people want to deny it, she does have trouble and has had problems going up and downstairs and has collapsed a couple times.
I have problems going up and downstairs. I'm in my fucking 30s. That means shit.
Sorry, but in all honesty, she's not gonna. I don't think she's gonna be in good enough health to try again. I don't think she wants to try again.
And I still.
But
even though I'm gonna say this, I voted for her because even though I stared at my ballot for 5 minutes, everything else was easy.
Oh yeah.
Everything else was fucking easy. I was staring at my ballot for 5 minutes to see if I'm legitimately going to write Pet Rocket.
Nice.
I'm not joking.
No.
I'm staring at this blank spot. First of all, our system's fucking archaic here in New York. Because we actually have fucking paper ballots, and then we have to scan that shit like a scan form.
Oh, I do the same thing. We don't have computers at my polling place either here in California.
So it's like, here's a giant fucking folder for you.
Exactly.
What the fuck system is this?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
You don't go to the polling booth and like on a fucking tablet at this point.
Yeah.
Like I saw a picture of a ballot. A guy voted for Skeletor.
A stone tablet and a chisel.
What is my vice presidential choice?
Yeah, Cobra Commander and Skeletor. That would have been a good ticket.
And when they do that shit, it's literally there's a list. And next to the list is an arrow with a space in the middle missing.
Yeah.
And you can hit the fucking arrow.
Yeah.
That's how you vote.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, what backwater fucking nation are you voting in? Oh, this is America. The fuck?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, you're giving me paper at this point? Like, in this day and age, I'm still given a paper fucking ballot to vote with. Should have just scribbled all over it just to see how the fucking scantron is.
That would have.
And even with my normal fucking ballot, almost broke. I put it in. We don't like your ballot. Try again. Put it in. Didn't even want to go in. That time was the charm, which is hilarious because the woman that was next to me put her fucking scantron in a half hour earlier, broke the machine, and was bitching for a half fucking hour.
Nice.
Now, I went at 5 o'clock at night, and I guess my neighborhood is filled with just geriatric people. They all voted already. Because when I got there, I was literally, the longest thing I did was contemplate voting for a pet rocket.
Nice.
That was literally the hardest thing I did that day.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man, because I did the same thing as I'm sitting there. I filled out everything else, and I'm just sitting there thinking, okay, I'm in California. I really despise Hillary Clinton, and I'm sorry. And for those of you who know and listen to the show, Scott and I don't normally talk politics because a lot of times we don't agree, and that's the cool part is we can agree to disagree.
I think I'm dedicated way the asshole, and he's supposed to be my friend.
Yeah, well, it's not me. It's other people, but whatever.
It's not me. I'm only conservative.
Yeah, but we like to mess around and whatnot. But for me, I was sitting there the same thing, and we didn't have a write-in spot. If you wanted to do it, you had to request something else. But for me, I'm looking at it going, ugh. I mean, I'm not gonna vote for Hillary. I really don't want to vote for Trump. I don't like Gary Johnson because I think he's a dumbass. And Jill Stein is just, I'm not a greenie person. So I'm like, I'm not going to vote for her. And I'm like sitting there looking. Huh?
You need to smoke more pot.
Yeah, well, California, I can now officially if I wanted to.
Hallelujah!
So, well, here's the funny part about that. Only in California will the people vote to put a soda tax on themselves, but legalize pot, because soda's so much worse than pot.
What?
I'm dead serious. There's like a 10% soda tax now on every sugary beverage in California as of the beginning of the year.
What is it? 10 cents per ounce?
Yeah.
Cents per gallon?
I think it's 10%, yeah, per whatever I don't know what the measurement is, but something like that.
Like, what do you do? Like, what if you buy, like, a fucking big gulp?
Then yeah, you're gonna. It's kind of like how what Bloomberg tried to do. That's what I assume.
Yeah. We're like, all right, fine. You put the salt signs up to piss us off. You tell us how many calories we're eating, but don't fuck with our soda.
Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, California is ass backwards too. But I reluctantly wound up marking the ballot for Trump, and I'm cautious as hell too, man. Because he said it.
Seriously, I'm waiting for something to blow the fuck up.
Oh yeah, and Scott said it. I'm an unabashed conservative, and we don't always get along with politics talk, so we don't normally talk about it, and that's why I said this is kind of like the third rail for us here. But Saturday Night Live is going to be amazing the next 4 years. Really?
No, I still don't get it.
I think that's going to be pretty funny. The only problem is we got to deal with Alec Baldwin if he's going to be back on the show to do the Donald Trump bits. But, yeah, guys. I mean, ultimately, when it comes down to it, and I was telling this because I was subbing of all things in a government class today. Basically, I've been telling people, what matters is your world, your little world around you, and the people you care about and hold dear. Ultimately, that's what matters. And the government, yeah, maybe in Washington or whatnot, and they may do things on a daily basis, but not everything is going to directly reach you, and only really you can make your situation better in the grand scheme of things. So, there you go. Inspirational moment of Gorilla Blood. The more you know. Sorry.
Well, I mean, you look at the whole process of it all. I mean, this is why we have a presidential election.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and to be honest, he probably won because the man has no filter.
Probably, and people were just getting sick of being called names all the time. I mean, I've been called every name under the book for what I believe in, even though I truly do not hate a single soul really on the planet. Hillary Clinton's borderline, but I just mainly despise her policies and how she treats people.
Oh, she's a bitch.
Okay, you could say it.
Her hands feel like sandpaper.
Okay, but no, man. I mean, it's
true. She gives a fucking lotion.
I mean, it's one of those situations where I don't know. I mean, everybody who voted for Trump now are being accosted, which is just crappy because people.
That's bullshit. We lost. Get over it.
Yeah, people. Well, you know what? It's funny. I've been seeing a lot of people bitching and saying, "Oh, if you voted for Donald Trump, delete me." I'm like, really? You're that butthurt about an election loss?
I would fucking do it then.
So I'm like,
well,
what?
You know what? I didn't vote for Trump. I'm still deleting you because you're a cunt.
Yeah, I've had people say the exact opposite.
Someone said that shit on my Instagram feed, they'd be gone.
Yeah, I've had people say the exact opposite to me, and I posted up the same thing. It says, I'm not a baby. I'm a big boy. I'm an adult. I can have an intellectual discussion with somebody and not get pissed off when we disagree. I'm not going to delete anybody. Have a nice day.
How long do we yell at each other?
Yeah.
Over shit, and we've been friends for how long?
Yeah, you and me, we've known each other for what? Upwards of about 10 years now?
Damn close.
So.
Now we're going to have to slug it out when we just get this shit over with.
Oh, I'm sure I'm going to walk up and be like, hey, Scott.
Right in the fucking, have a fist fight right in the fucking, airport.
Can we make sure that we have whatever the music from the chicken fight from Family Guy playing in the background?
No, it's got to be sound effects from the fight between from They Live.
I was gonna say, wasn't one of the fights? I think we talked about that before.
Of course.
Yeah, the chicken fight thing, but it also the fight from They Live. Yeah, dude, I've been seeing a lot of the They Live stuff out there in the last few weeks. With
it's not inappropriate.
no,
There's been a lot of Biff Tannen games lately.
you know what? I did see that. It didn't even cross my mind until they showed the mature adult Biff running the casino, and I'm like, oh shit, he does kind of resemble Trump. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, you know that shit was done on purpose.
Yeah, that's hilarious. And when it comes down to it, and you know what? Somebody even said, like, how funny was it when it was in the Back to the Future movies? It was Ronald Reagan, the actor, and who is his vice president or whatever, Secretary of State, Jerry Lewis. I mean, somebody actually wrote, hey, what do a remake of it and have it be Donald Trump as president and whatnot? Then yeah, so
it was all his fault then.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, guys, girls, whoever is listening, just honestly buckle up. It's gonna be a scary ride for all of us. Really, it will be, because Donald Trump is an unknown variable. Plain and simple.
It works for me because I live in New York.
Yeah.
We're already a huge target as it is.
Yeah, but yeah, hopefully everything works out okay. And I mean, like I said, I pray that he does his best, this thing's the best of his ability, and can do good for this country. And it's one of those things where I may not agree with certain people and certain people's policies and stuff like that, but for the love of God, people, don't wish ill, don't wish death on somebody like that. Like I've been hearing, it's just sad. I mean, I may not like Obama's policies or Hillary Clinton's policies, but I'd never wish for them to die. That's just jacked up.
Sorry, I can't edit that out right now. My computer's freezing like a motherfucker. So
that's all right. Just please, you.
If you hear me coughing, that's because my computer's all shit.
Yeah, just please don't you die on the air either.
Oh, I can't help that. We'll see what happens in 2017.
Oh, what was that? Was that the scene in Dumb and Dumber? I think it was. The little old lady on a cart, where he goes to the newspaper machine and he accidentally loses his wallet in the newspaper machine. He goes, "Don't you go dying on me." You remember? Oh, man. Yeah, he's got, like, a bunch of crap with him, and he's got, like, a big old giant, like, foam cowboy hat on, and he wants to get a newspaper out of the little thing, and he puts the money in, and he goes to grab the paper, and he has his wallet in his hand at the same time. He's, like, trying to multitask. He loses his wallet and the thing, and he has, like, a bill, and so he needs to get change to go put money in the machine so he can get his wallet out. And, like, the lady on the motorized cart, who's, like, in her 70s, like, stole all of his crap. Yeah, I don't know. That's funny. All right, let's transition. Go ahead.
You know, I mean, it's not often that we get to talk politics. So.
True.
You know, my real issue is the fact that, you know, he has no political background.
And I think, honestly, that's part of his appeal to some people.
And I understand that, but for me, it's literally like, to me, it was just like, oh, hey, I feel like being president.
Yeah,
it became fucking president.
It did. Honestly, I was one of the first people to write him off, dude. I mean, throughout the primary thing, I'm looking at it going, oh, this is a publicity stunt. And then I looked at it from the perspective of, ooh, he's getting some traction, and people are starting to pay attention to him. Hey, he's going to be a human meat shield for my guy because they're going to go after him. Cool. Awesome. And then he withstood the barrage of bullets slung his way. And he winds up winning the nomination. I was like, whoa, what the hell? And then there goes
my presidency.
Yeah, it was just pretty weird. And then on top of that, in all honesty, and I've been saying it all day today, had the Democrats nominated Bernie Sanders would be president-elect right now. I can almost guarantee it.
Probably.
Because there was more people passionate about him going to his rallies and possibly going to be first-time voters that all the pundits wouldn't have accounted for necessarily, or wouldn't have any way to count for him.
Now, you have to ask yourself, would this have been as venomous a presidential race?
I don't think so.
Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump.
I don't think so. And here's the thing with the one thing I respect about Bernie Sanders. I'm not a fan of his at all. I am not into socialism kind of stuff like that. But Bernie Sanders wears his heart on his sleeve. He's one of those guys where he will look you in the eye and tell you the truth, exactly what he believes in, not what you want to hear.
The extra one so he doesn't die.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where, like, Hillary.
I like how that took a second for it to kick in with you.
Yeah, it did. It did. But, like, with Hillary Clinton, she can look you in the eye and you can't tell whether or not she's lying to you. Or, like, because she panders to everybody. She went on an African American radio show and said, "Oh, I keep hot sauce in my purse." Maybe she does, but that seems like pandering to me.
Wow, that's just.
Or when she went on a Telemundo show and they said, "What's your favorite food?" and she says Mexican. And she said, "Oh, my granddaughter's learning Spanish." Her granddaughter is like 2 years old. She's barely learning how to talk.
I don't even know Spanish.
So, I mean, I took it, but hey, you don't use it, you lose it. But yeah, I can at least respect the fact that Bernie Sanders was pretty straightforward in his ways. But in all honesty, I didn't agree with him, but I honestly think that you put him up against Donald Trump, he blows Donald Trump out the water.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's that. And I know a lot of people that are pissed off now because they told everybody, hey, you screwed up right as soon as Hillary got the nomination. And a lot of those people that I know of who were Bernie supporters either voted for Trump, Gary Johnson, or Jill Stein, not Hillary. So.
No, I still voted for Hillary. I mean, I do regret not voting for Pet Rock, though.
Yeah. Oh, did you see who got a bunch of votes, too?
Other than Skeletor?
Woo!
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Ric Flair got a bunch of votes.
Worst fucking president, are you kidding?
Yeah, if you think...
Bankrupt before the 100 days. We'd be bankrupt before he's even in the fucking presidency.
Yeah, he'd spend all of our money on booze and limos. So
what do you spend the national debt on? Pussy and beer?
Yeah, I wouldn't put it that way. He'll be like, I'm going to make Bill Clinton look like an amateur here. Space Mountain at the White House. So, oh man, that'd be funny. Also, too.
Oh God, they'd have to decontaminate the office.
Oh man, also too. Supposedly, according to his Twitter, which I know is total BS, but Broken Matt Hardy actually went on there and said he was contacted by a government agent that thousands of you had put his name down as a write-in candidate for president.
I honestly, all TNA fans, all 1,000 of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. And then also, too, I swear to God, I've seen now there's probably about 1,500 people out there actually voted for Harambe the Dead Gorilla.
Oh, my God.
So, you talk about...
Another name I can do without hearing anymore.
Yeah, so if you ever think that voting third party is a waste of a vote, just think of those people.
I wonder how many of them are in fucking Pennsylvania.
I don't know. I have no clue, but yeah, all those. I mean, dude, everything just kind of fell in.
You know what? The people. I'll just say this right now: the schmucks that stayed at home and didn't fucking vote. You know, you have no right to say anything now.
Yep.
You didn't go out there and do a fucking thing to change what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't like Trump being the fucking White House, you have nothing to fucking say about it, you lazy, pathetic fucks. Because you know what? As much as I hated this shit, I got off my ass, I walked half a mile to my polling station, and I did my civic duty. And I may not have liked doing my civic duty. I may have only gone there to really vote for Chuck Schumer, because he's the only one I give a fuck about.
Which he made his seat back in the Senate, yes, I believe.
He should have. I mean, I didn't even hear the person he was fucking running against.
Yeah, well, it's New York, so I'm assuming, yeah, because I want to say he's a pretty high-ranking Democrat.
Let me tell you something. Chuck Schumer could run this city if he wanted to.
I don't doubt it.
If he ran for higher office, he'd probably get it.
Yeah.
Because of the shit that he has done for this city, for this state. You know?
Well,
I mean, there's a reason why he has been the go-to senator.
Yeah, and also another New Yorker looking like he might actually get a position in Trump's cabinet is Rudy Giuliani.
Oh, fucking Christ. So there'll be no more titty bars in the country.
You know what? I don't know exactly what he's gonna get. That's the thing. Like, I think if they want him as like attorney general or something like that, or some high-ranking thing like that, and I think he just wants to be like ambassador to like the Bahamas or something, somewhere nice where he can go and relax.
Yeah, just send me to someplace warm.
Yeah, don't send me to like Siberia or something like that. So.
Well, he's a New Yorker. He should be able to tolerate cold weather.
That's true. Maybe he's the guy that gets to go deal with Putin.
As long as they get to have some poutine.
Dude, did you see the?
I said it.
I know. Did you see? Speaking of Putin, every single time I think of Vladimir Putin, I see that animated GIF of him where he had the one topless protester running towards him, and he goes, "Hey, come here, baby!" Like, like they have to stop the woman from running towards him. There were actually a couple of Trump protesters that went into a polling place topless, say like "Don't vote for Trump" or whatever, things like that, all written all over their bodies and stuff, and they got arrested. But I saw that, and the first thing I thought of was Putin in that animated GIF going, "Come here, baby, yeah."
Actually, New York One got in trouble a little earlier because they do a show called The Call, where you pretty much talk about what you want to talk about. You go online, you vote for the order of the stories that they talk about, and they were looking at one of those protests in the city. Apparently, someone had a fuck on their side.
Oh, nice.
That went out live.
That's fun. Yeah, no, it's almost like how every now and again you get like that man on the street who happens to call into a news station, and they sound all serious, and all of a sudden it says, "Have you seen Howard Stern's penis lately?" or something like that. I love when that shit happens, because it's like you couldn't have screened these callers better. I don't know. It's just funny when stuff like that happens. They totally mess.
No, it's just
journalism at its finest.
And then he's like, "Did you see that sign?" to a caller, and it's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "You should hear me on my radio show."
Yeah.
You think that's fucking bad?
Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping, like I said, everything stays civil and we can kind of get through this. And again, the sun came out. The world did not stop spinning, at least yet. So just be glad you're alive. Be glad you live here in this country, because it could be worse. Okay? So there we go. All right, we cool to leave it at that now?
Fine.
Okay.
Even though we're not gonna sit here, we're gonna bitch and moan about this for a lot. I know we will.
Oh, I'm sure we will over the next couple of weeks, especially when once it gets closer to inauguration and all that kind of good stuff over the time.
I'm just glad that there's gonna be a lot of people in office that are just gonna look at him and go, "No, we're not doing that."
And you know what? It's funny because
no, we're not doing that.
Even with
the most powerful man in the world has 101 people telling him, "No, we're not doing that."
Well, the funniest part is I've seen memes that have him on Dr. Evil's body saying sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their heads, kind of thing. Yeah, but I mean, in all honesty, I know Trump has Republican House and Senate. But there are people, and people may not believe this, but there are some people out there who are Republicans that are going to look at Trump and say exactly what you said. They're going to be like, "What the fuck? No way. Not going to happen."
He did not bring unity to the Republicans like they wanted the candidate to do.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that he has anyone on his side at all.
Oh, shoot. Breaking news. Scott, you want to break the news?
Yes, according to Ron Perlman's Facebook, he will be running for presidency in 2020, and he already has my fucking vote.
So it's Ron Perlman versus Kanye West versus The Rock in a three-way dance.
Oh, fuck, Ron Perlman's going to kill them both. Ron Perlman's actually going to pick up The Rock and beat Kanye West to death with him.
So, damn, that's kind of crazy. Wow, that's kind of awesome. So we'll see what happens. I mean, for the love of God, I mean, Jesse Ventura was governor of Minnesota, and he's a WWE Hall of Famer, and now we got a WWE Hall of Famer that's going to be taking over the White House.
Oh God!
Can you believe that?
Oh God! My testicles retracted at the thought of that.
Oh man.
Oh God! Oh, what's Hulk Hogan gonna be?
I don't know. Shoot, man.
Ambassador to race relations.
Oh god.
Oh God! We're gonna send Hulk Hogan to South Africa.
Oh gosh. Yeah. That's funny. What was that? Wait, was that Hulkamania tour in Australia already? Like that happened a few years ago? Wasn't that Australia? Can he be like the ambassador to there since they like already know him?
Oh God! This is so bad now.
Dude, seriously, these next 4 years, as much as I am, again, I am a conservative.
This is gonna be great for our show.
Dude, this is gonna be so much fun. Honestly, I.
The next 4 years, it's gonna be great for our show.
Yeah. Seriously, Saturday Night Live gonna be hopefully be funny, but who knows? Take with a grain of salt. But this show, yeah, we might get into politics more if it's gonna be this funny.
Oh shit! You know, honestly, look, I really hate talking politics, yet I'm having a lot of fun having this conversation with you right now.
Well,
Because this is something that we don't normally do.
Yeah.
We do avoid politics because our politics are greatly different.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of your shit is stupid. You think my shit's stupid.
Sure.
You know, but we respect each other enough not to throw fisticuffs over it. Thank Christ.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm just having a good fucking time talking about this. It's very relaxing right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And
being able to get this shit out like this.
Well, and that's
because we talked about it at work, and my boss wanted to talk to the kids about it. I'm like, don't even fucking start. Don't say shit. If they come to you and ask questions, then answer them. You know, because I got a lot of kids who probably have family members who aren't legal in this country. And they're scared shitless about losing family members.
Yeah, no, I know how that's gonna be, and in all honesty, the way that I look at it, you're not if any deportations happen, seriously, if any deportations happen, it's you're getting caught at the border and being sent back, or you're already in prison and being sent back. That's probably gonna be the first at least 2 to 3 years. They're not gonna kick anybody out. In my opinion, this is just me talking and spitballing. I don't think that they're going to kick anybody out unless they break the law by jumping the border or have already been in prison or break a law.
Just straight up getting caught.
Yeah, you just straight up get caught and then they find out you're illegal or whatnot like that. Then yeah, whatever. It's not like it's going to be Gestapo. We're going to knock on your door and ask for your papers. Seriously.
That's hilarious. I'd love to see you just start walking up to people like, all right, how long have you been in this country?
I mean, seriously, dude. I mean, I know the same thing. I mean, there's kids at the school that I teach at that I know that their parents came here on visas and they were born here. They personally were born here, but I know that their parents were overstayed their visas. Some kids, even themselves, are probably overstayed their visas. But I mean, I'm not gonna be turning somebody in like that. I mean, it's one of those things where it's not my place to do it. I mean, I'm not some vigilante going out there. I'm not, what's the, God, what was that? One of the movies that I watched. Oh, on my list, which you can talk about later, that had something.
Yes, that'll be next.
So, no, I'm not going to do something like that. I know people work hard and try to do their best here. And granted, I mean, I wish people would do it the right way. But I mean, the humanist story, I guess, about it. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to separate families. I get it. Honestly, within this term, I seriously doubt that any families are going to get separated like that just because of I'm going to knock on your door if I'm an INS agent and I'm going to walk in and.
I think a lot of what Trump is saying is not going to come to fruition.
Oh yeah, I agree. I don't honestly. I don't think the wall's going to get built.
I still find that shit hilarious. But I think that for people who are in this country already, that there should be ways to kind of be made a little. Look, let's be honest. They do a lot of things that we won't fucking do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And we don't want to fucking do it. And these people come over from wherever they come over. It's not just Mexico. There's a lot of people from a lot of areas that come into this country without the proper legal paperwork to do so and hang out for 20 years and start families. And they do all the shit that we don't fucking want to do because we don't think we get paid enough for it.
Yeah. No, I get you.
And if we don't have those people here, none of that shit gets done.
Yeah, I mean, and
so I think it's important I think it's important to let somehow to possibly make them easier for them to become a part of this society legally.
Yeah, I mean, they have the work visa programs and stuff like that, and I'm perfectly fine with if they want to come over on a work visa and work, and when it gets down to they have 3 months left or whatever it is, they reapply. By all means. And if you are on a work visa program and say you've been here for 15 years on a work visa program, then after that 15th year, you want to register to try to become a citizen, cool. And have it work that way. I mean, because then you can at least show, hey, I've been a productive member of society. I'm not going to slouch.
I think there should be easier ways to get into this country, especially for people who've been here for a while.
Yeah. Well,
just in general.
Well, here's one.
This whole immigration shit wouldn't be as big of a deal. But I do agree that something has to be done in general. We can't just have these people being undocumented completely and not being able to get anywhere and do anything.
Yeah, well, and here's two things. One, way back on this show, when the boobs used to be consistently on here, Bobby Fulton of the Fantastics from the tag team from back in the 80s.
Yeah, we still actually talk wrestling
on a regular basis. Bobby Fulton posted something today, and he says, when I went to Japan or Israel or Australia, I had to have the proper working papers to be there. If I was there longer than when I was supposed to be, I was illegally there. And it's the same laws in this country, but we just don't enforce them. That's the crazy part about the situation. So, I mean, and granted,
there needs to be some sort of balance to it. We just can't be, all right, all illegals get the fuck out.
Yeah, no. And
our economy would crash.
Yeah, no. And in all honesty, I don't believe that's going to happen. The other thing, though, when it came to the other day, I got to be in the government class again, and ever so often, I get to actually teach because the government teacher at least trusts me to say, here's the PowerPoint, and just go through it with the kids. And he knows where I stand. I know he's more of an old school Reagan Democrat, so he's more to the left of me, but he trusts me enough to just say, hey, I'm going to teach what's on there, and that's perfectly fine, and I do. But one of the things that I told him, because illegal immigration came up on one of the slides, is that back in the day, you used to come through Ellis Island on the East Coast or Angel Island on the West Coast. You got a medical test. You got documented right through there because back then airplanes weren't plentiful and bringing people over during times like that. But here's the kicker, which most people don't even realize, at least young people nowadays. You also, if you were coming over here, you kind of had to have somebody sponsor you to vouch for you that you weren't going to be a burden on society. And if you did become a burden on society, you'd get deported, and that sponsor would have to be fined or put in jail. And so, I mean, the kids didn't know about that. So when I brought that up, they were like, wait, what? And I go, yeah, does that sound reasonable to you? And a lot of the kids were like, actually, yeah, that is pretty reasonable. So, I don't know.
It's not unreasonable, actually.
Yeah, I just think, honestly, it's just a matter of, I don't care. There's some people here who are illegal that work harder than people who are here legally. I mean, so basically, I mean, I understand the picture of America. Bring me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. I get it. We are the beacon of hope. But honestly, when you get here, my main thing is, and even the people that are here, pull your weight. That's really, I mean, pull your weight. Be kind to each other. That's it.
I was joking about it earlier. Bring us you're dirty, you're poor, you're hungry. Just don't stay long.
Yeah. Unless you're bringing like really good food with you, then maybe we'll let you stay longer.
Hey man, I want those taco trucks on every corner.
Dude, that was pretty funny.
I still want those tacos. Like, if I am not elected president, there'll be a taco truck on every corner. Dude, that's a selling point for me. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, man.
So can I fucking vote for Danny Trejo then? Will he make that possible?
Yeah. Oh man,
I mean, you're both 70.
Yeah, and Danny Trejo. Yeah, dude, that guy can still kick anybody's ass.
Oh my god, it's crazy.
So, speaking of Danny Trejo, you want to transition now to Arnold SchwarzeNovember?
Sure, I think we bored people enough with our
Shoot,
piss poor jokes and comments on
40 minutes on politics. Holy shit.
Well, it's kind of a big deal. It is literally the day after the 45th president has been announced.
Yep.
And when everyone's voting is going to be our first women president, because that's really the criteria for voting.
Yeah.
She has a vagina. Vote for her.
Yep.
But he's a dick.
Yeah. So does that mean giant douche won over turd?
But he's a dick.
Does that mean giant douche won over turd sandwich?
Sure.
Okay, that's South Park reference for anybody who cares. Speaking of that, the South Park episode this week is supposed to be about the election, and I hear it's gonna like piss a lot of people off. So I want to make sure I watch it this week. This is like the first time in a long time I've been anxious for a South Park episode. So we'll see. But Arnold SchwarzeNovember, yay! Those of you guys who haven't heard this before, what Arnold SchwarzeNovember
this radio station.
what Arnold SchwarzeNovember is basically Scott and I. Yes, Scott and I are part of horrorsonline.proboards.com, and we do every month, at least from right now, it's from September to December. We do, which probably is going to get expanded because after Scott and I have been brainstorming.
Yes, we're trying to do a marathon for every day of the year.
Yeah, which would be fun. But we do movie. Yeah, we do. Yeah, that's true too. We do movies every day of the month, if possible, of a certain month, and there's different categories. So this one, November is Arnold SchwarzeNovember, which is all action movies. And we also contributed to the site this time around too. I made the icons, and Scott and I basically chose what the icon was going to be this year for the people who actually complete SchwarzeNovember.
Don't give it away yet.
Ooh. Okay. All right. But so I think last week we were only on the first day of the day of the month rather. So do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go with my list? Because you're ahead of me now, like hardcore. You're way ahead.
Sure. So you go first.
Okay, so Scott's way ahead of me right now. He's ahead of the curve. I'm actually behind by a day.
Yesterday. So did you. What the fuck happened?
What did I do yesterday? I went and voted and did errands and stuff like that.
12 hours? No, that's a New York thing.
No, it took me. I'm trying to think. It took me probably about 30 minutes. Usually, it's actually normally I walk in and I walk out within like 2 minutes because there's nobody at my polling place. So
you realize that it took me longer to post that selfie on Instagram, noting that I voted, than it did to take me to fucking vote.
Yeah, and that's funny because that's like the first time in a long time I've seen half of your face.
It's just my eyes.
Yeah, basically. Well, and you're.
I look stoned.
Are you sure that wasn't taken in California or Colorado?
I've never touched a drug in my life. I look fucking stoned.
All right. On that note, so I started off my month with Star Wars: Force Awakens. So there's that. I finally got around to watching X-Men Apocalypse. So I didn't mind it. It's okay. I watched a movie called Countdown. That was the WWE movie with Dolph Ziggler.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was Dolph Ziggler basically playing himself as a cop.
Oh, God.
As a cop. Yeah, basically. And Kane was his captain.
And Alexander Rusev as,
himself in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, he trips the scene that you've seen on the commercials. He trips Dolph Ziggler as he's running through the backstage area, picks up his gun and aims it at Dolph, and then Dolph super kicks him in the face, and then gets his gun back and keeps running.
So pretty much the whole fucking commercial.
Yeah, basically. Let's see. I watched the original Lara Croft Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie. That was nice.
That's a good one. The second one, not so much. But the first one wasn't bad.
Yeah. And I subtly hinted at it earlier about saying I'm not a vigilante on the border, trying to shoot people coming over, because I watched Machete for the first time. So, and
for the first time?
For the first time I watched Machete, yeah.
Oh, shit. You gotta watch Machete Kills then.
Yeah, dude. It was good. It was a really good flick.
I regret not seeing that in theaters.
Yeah, and that was just a random bullshit like trailer part of the Grindhouse thing that like all of a sudden was like, dude, I would love to see that movie. Like,
Rodriguez looked at that and went, I could do something with this.
Yeah. Now,
but then again, so was Hobo with a Shotgun.
True. Yeah.
Hobo with a Shotgun was actually a fan-made trailer for a trailer contest that they were having. And they actually turned it into a legit movie in Canada.
It worked out.
A fucking hour.
Yeah, it worked.
Yes, I own that shit and I love it.
Now, this one you may or may not consider it, considering it's more of a kids movie, but it is a kids type action flick. Small Soldiers.
Great movie. I haven't watched that shit in a long time. That's a great movie.
Yeah, I like the was Commando Elite and the Gorgonites. So I thought it was funny.
The living action figures with the Gorgonites are actually the good guys.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty.
Tommy Lee Jones played a bad guy.
Yeah, of course. Let's see what else I watched. A movie called Survivor.
Why are you watching Beyonce?
No, it wasn't that.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't a song. It wasn't a documentary on the band, and it wasn't a reality TV show. It was a movie. Mila Jovovich is in it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and she is basically she's like a government worker in London, and I guess she became privy to something she wasn't supposed to be privy to, and they try to kill her, and she survives because she happens to not be in the place where like a bomb goes off. And Pierce Brosnan is basically an assassin that's trying to like chase her down and kill her.
Oh, poor Pierce.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool, actually.
How do you do the November Man and then do that shit?
Yeah, so and then number 8 for me, which again I'm a day behind, the 2008 version of Rambo. Did
you watch the unrated version? It's like 8 more minutes next.
No, that happened to be on one of the Showtime things that I had, so I recorded it.
Well, if it's a 98-minute version, then yes, you did.
Maybe I did. I just remember seeing that movie in the theater way back when it came out and going,
oh my god, so many heads getting put.
Oh my god, yeah. I think they said that there was like every 13 seconds there's a death in that movie.
Yeah, it's a very gory,
very violent,
very disgusting, very violent film, and I fucking love it.
So it was pretty bad, but pretty good in the process.
I seriously, like, literally, my favorite scene is where he jumps on the back of the fucking Jeep with the 50 caliber and shoots the people in the front of the Jeep.
Nice, yeah.
And literally turns them into mush.
Yep. So yeah, there's my list for now.
The hilarious thing was, he was actually supposed to carry the 50 caliber machine gun.
Oh jeez.
The thing was, he physically could, he just couldn't move it fast enough.
Yeah, okay.
Like, he literally was able to carry that fucking thing and shoot it. He just couldn't swing it around fast enough to actually shoot at people and not die.
Yeah.
You know, so they had to put it on the back of the fucking Jeep, which I think is just I love that movie because there's just like a distinctive bad guy, you know?
Yeah, and
it's not like one of those bad guys you kind of like to hate.
No, they're just
these were just bad fucking dudes.
Yeah, because
it's like, first of all, you're an idiot, you're an asshole, you're an idiot, ass. Oh shit, you're all gonna die.
Yeah, and it's supposed to take place in Burma, Myanmar or whatever. I think they call it Burma, but it's whatever the Myanmar a part of China.
Myanmar is the name that they want to go by, but they've been known as Burma for a long time.
Yeah, it's owned by China. And yeah, a lot of really bad shit had gone on over there, and they just played that up.
Actually banned the movie, so it's very popular in the black market.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man.
Is there any reason why they did? I don't know.
Yeah.
You should watch the film, people, because it's a fantastic. First of all, it's a great Rambo film. It's a great action film. Makes you think a little about some of the shit that's going on over there.
Yeah, well, and you know what? Maybe this is just me, but the mind fuck that was, let me set off a random pressure grenade and throw it in a little I don't know if it was a rice paddy field that was all wet. But
the lakes in the rice paddy.
Yeah, and so they just randomly throw those in the random rice paddies as they have the people turn their backs, and they tell them to run across it, and whoever gets blown up loses, and they're betting. And I'm like, oh my god, this is horrible. But
it really is. It's some of the most tragic things to ever watch.
But could you imagine? Like, I could totally see like people actually doing that in real life and getting their jollies off on that, though. That's the scary part. So, oh man. So there's my list. I have a couple more things waiting in the wings. I know I have a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon recorded. I think I have that sequel to Tomb Raider. And would you consider Creed? Would you consider the new spin-off sequel to Rocky? Would you consider that an action movie?
I haven't seen it, so I couldn't tell you.
Because I have a feeling it's more.
As much as I love the Rocky films,
it's more drama.
Yeah, they're definitely just better at storytelling.
Yeah.
Look, Rocky Balboa had a hell of a fight scene at the end of it.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Like, that was like, shit, you could have ended there, and I would never see Rocky again, I'd be fine. Oh. But fuck, I want to see Creed, too.
Yeah, and I also...
for Black Friday, I hope it's like one of those, like, $4 movies.
Yeah, and I also have True Lies in my queue as well.
Oh, God, that... Oh.
Yeah, so I'm looking at that one, and I'm also looking at if I can find End of Days. I want to see End of Days. I've still never seen that movie.
Yo, I haven't seen that shit since 1999.
So, yeah, I really want to see End of Days.
It's like one of the few Arnold films I want to own. I own a shitload of Arnold films, okay?
Yeah.
I even own Collateral Damage. And I don't have End of Days. It's like, if I find that shit in the Salvation Army, I would buy it. Yeah. But I haven't. Instead, I got, like, Collateral Damage on Blu-ray of all things.
Nice. All right, so what's your...
That's part of the 2-pack with the Racer, so...
Nice. So what's your list?
Arnold film. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a great film. Fucking James Caan is in it. A lot of good shit.
Cool. All right. So you started off with what? Red Heat for the first day, and then.
Yes, I started off with Red Heat, which is an Arnold Schwarzenegger film.
Hey, what a concept!
I'm starting Arnold SchwarzeNovember. Might as well watch Arnold Schwarzenegger. Plus, it's a film that gets off my pile for DV December.
Woohoo!
Then on Thursday, I saw Doctor Strange, and my mind has still been fucked since then.
And dude, I'm so mad that I haven't been able to see it yet.
I will fight you if you don't see this shit in theaters.
Oh, I want to go see it.
I will straight up this fucking December fly to where you are and Rochambeau your ass.
Oh, thanks. Okay. I'll make sure I see it hopefully next week. By next week.
No, give a 3-day weekend.
Oh, that is true. Veterans Day is this week, so okay.
On the 3-day weekend. If you don't, I will legitimately be pissed at you.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to go see it on Friday then. I'll try to convince my dad to go because he likes time travel kind of shit too.
No, there's not time travel, but there's some dimension hopping.
Yeah, well, same difference. He might like it though.
Well, there is some time shit at the end of the film though, which was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in a movie.
So that's cool, man. Yeah, I'm
practical. That wasn't practical effects.
Yeah, nice. So, and you know what? It's funny because most of the time, the things that I've noticed, the ones that I really know nothing about have been some of my favorites. So. Oh,
dude, I had no interest in Ant-Man at first.
Yeah, same here.
I looked at the commercial and went, oh, okay. Then I'm like, oh, okay, it's getting a little more interesting, getting better. Then my friend says, we're watching this shit in 3D, but we're watching this shit in 3D, but we're watching this shit in 3D. I regret none of it.
Yeah.
Look, I don't do 3D movies often because
I don't either.
Star Wars didn't work for me because it fucked with my eyes.
Yeah, vomit-inducing.
Ant-Man was perfect because when you watch that shit in 3D, you're immersed in the movie. Especially when he shrinks and he's in the fucking bathtub.
Yeah, everything is huge around you too.
It was disorienting in a good way. Doctor Strange takes it up tenfold.
Okay.
And I didn't even watch that shit in 3D. I watched that shit in 2D, and I'm still fucked by it.
Okay.
Okay? So, go watch it. Get your father to go with you. Pay for him if you have to.
Yep.
It's worth it.
Okay. All right. I will make sure that happens.
And if any of you are listening to this and you haven't watched Doctor Strange right now, what the fuck is wrong with you? Dude, you don't even need to like Marvel Comics to enjoy this fucking movie. It's such a minuscule connection to the MCU until the end of the film. Oh, God. Mirror Universe. Oh, look, if you liked Inception, you will fucking come over this movie.
Oh, jeez.
It's just the way we have to put it. It's the best way of putting it.
Yeah, okay.
You're going to need a second pair of pants.
Okay. I'll make sure I have a spare.
Yes, definitely. Bring an extra pair just in case. So, I watched Godzilla 2014 because...
Why not?
It's a good film. And it's still a good film after watching it for the first time since I saw it in theaters. You know, it's still an entertaining damn film. I like the designs of the Mutos. I love Godzilla's design. You know, I like how they tease Godzilla for a lot of the film before actually letting you see him fuck shit up. And then when he fucks shit up, he really fucks shit up. Then I watched The Expendables Director's Cut and The Expendables 2, and then I finally watched The Expendables 3.
So you went on a marathon there. Shoot.
I had to, because I had not watched Expendables 3 yet. It's been sitting on my pile since Black Friday.
Oh, wow.
Of last year.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember which one. Is Expendables 3 or 2 the one that has, like, the random cameo from Chuck Norris?
2.
Okay.
And it's awesome. It really is. You know, I mean, and you sit there and just like, oh, this is cheesy as fuck, yet I feel so manly. I think I just grew some chest hair watching this. It really is. But Expendables 3 actually has some really good characters in it, but I could have done completely without Wesley Snipes.
Okay.
Not enough Terry Crews, because they shoot him in the beginning of the fucking movie.
Aww.
So, yeah, that was disappointing. But overall, it's a pretty entertaining film. And I do hope that Expendables 4 does come to fruition.
Shoot, if that's the case, you gotta have Hulk Hogan in it.
No, we don't.
Aw, come on.
Not unless he dies real early in the film.
Yeah, why not? Have him be...
Feel about it, brother.
Have him be one of, like, the villain's henchmen that gets killed off right at the beginning, and that's, like, the vengeance.
It's like he's about ready to fight Stallone, like, come on, brother, what you gonna do? And then just gets shot.
Yeah, like Indiana Jones.
Like the scene in Indiana Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
He starts waving his sword like, ah! And he just turns and shoots him.
Boom, yep.
And you know, the whole thing was, Indy, the story is, he's supposed to catch the sword and whip and pull it away.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the whole thing about it, and then walk off. He had the flu that day.
Yeah.
And he kept trying and trying and trying. After 20 takes, just turned and shot him.
Wow. And
we all saw that shit in the theater first.
Oh, dude, it was funny.
I saw that Midnight movie a while ago, about 2013 or 14. And when he turned, we all just busted out and cheered. Like, yeah!
Well, and even in, what was it? It was it Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? I can't remember which one. There's another one where he goes to grab for something and there's nothing on his hip. And he goes, and he like kind of almost like half-ass looks at the camera going, oh shit. like you knew this was coming, but oh shit, we trolled you there.
Oh man, yeah, they've had some real. I don't give a fuck when anyone says I love Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I find that an entertaining as fuck movie.
I just don't like that they went aliens.
Yeah, because you know the fucking Ark of the Covenant and the Goblet of Jesus. Okay.
But at least those were real like legends. These, I mean,
the Crystal Skull's a real legend.
Yeah, but who knew it was tied to aliens?
It's alien there's something in a beast. It's just like there's no it's a legend that is legitimate. So I don't understand why all of a sudden aliens is fucking taboo. My big issue is like so much CGI effects.
Yeah, I guess the main thing why I didn't like it because of the aliens was just, for me, it just kind of came out of left field. I totally had no idea where they were going with it, and all of a sudden,
the real fucking problem was Shia LaBeouf. Let's just be honest.
Shia LaDouche.
Shia LaBeouf's fault.
Shia LaDouche.
Exactly. After Expendables, watched Bloodsport because it was on demand, so I was like, well, fuck it, I don't have to put anything on, we'll just watch it before I go to bed.
Nice.
And, oh god, the guy who plays Tom Poe, no, not Tom Poe, that's different.
That's Best of the Best.
Huh?
Was that Best of the Best?
No, that's actually Kickboxer, which is a little farther down my list.
Okay, I was gonna say, there's the Best of the Best had another guy named Tommy in it as well.
Oh man, Best of the Best had 4 movies, right?
I believe so, yeah.
The only good ones are the first 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, let me be honest, that Asian dude with the fucked up eye under the patch scared the shit out of me as a kid.
I love the fact that, dude, the way that movie ends, Best of the Best, the first one, at the tournament, where he basically could kill the guy if he kicks him one more time, and then loses the fight because of it, and then they give them the medals anyway, because they realize, like, hey, they should have won, and he didn't kill me. I thought that was pretty classic.
Oh man, that's one of the better 80s martial arts exploitation films that he had at the time.
And Eric Roberts.
Like 85 to like 95, there's a shitload of fucking kung fu films.
Yeah. Well,
American style kung fu film with kickboxing and Muay Thai and shit like that.
Yeah, and
let's pick it up. Bloodsport, 1988, one of the most famous ones with the fucking Kumite and Jean-Claude Van Damme and Ogre from the Nerds.
Nerds.
I know his name is Donald Gibb, but he'll always be Ogre to me.
Yep.
Which is fucking hilarious. Okay, I know this is a bit of a tangent, but this is one of my favorite tangents. For New Year's Eve one year, they were doing a Revenge of the Nerds marathon. Revenge of the Nerds and then Revenge of the Nerds 2. Nerds in Paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is before we all had, DVD players and shit like that. So, we recorded Revenge of the Nerds. And in between was Ogre playing a character named Dr. Death.
Okay.
And he's introducing Revenge of the Nerds 2. What I didn't know until a couple of days ago is that Dr. Death was a character of a football player on an HBO show that was airing at the time, played by Donald Gibb.
Huh.
Seriously?
Random.
So no, it's not random because he's in both.
The movies. Yeah.
Nerds films.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he's playing. I just found it weird. Like, oh shit, Dr. Death. Okay, I have no idea what this is about. That's just a cool character. I thought he was just a dude named Dr. Death. And it was just like a skit. Then I look back and I remember, shit, he is wearing a fucking football jersey. Oh my god! It all makes sense now.
That's funny.
My brain literally turned on. At that point, I'm just like, Now, even if I ever get all 4 movies on DVD and Blu-ray, first of all, the first one's the only one on Blu-ray. They never put 2, 3, or 4 on Blu-ray, but 2, 3, and 4 are on DVD. Problem is, they're in a box set with 1, so I'd be double dipping for the first movie. But in the end, I don't think it's a problem because Nerds in Paradise needs to be in my DVD collection. 3 and 4 can go fuck themselves because they were TV movies, so they were nowhere near as entertaining.
Yeah.
But first movie, oh my god, I showed that shit to Tomas one day. I'm like, dude, you need to fucking watch this movie.
Yeah, seriously. Revenge of the Nerds is one of the funniest movies out there.
I'm like, how have you not? I know you've watched action films growing up and shit. I know you were action and horror, but I was action too. I watched plenty of action films, but fuck, man. Revenge of the Nerds was in my weekly rotation.
Nice.
I'm surprised that tape is still alive.
That's funny. That's pretty.
Yeah. I just wanted to point that out. Yeah, but Bloodsport is a classic in the martial arts exploitation era of movies that we had.
Mm-hmm.
Then, because it was on late night and I didn't feel like getting out of bed, Hollywood Homicide.
Nice. Don't know.
Which is more of a comedy-based action, but then again, so is, Beverly Hills Cop. I don't think anyone's going to argue if I put that on the list.
No. And, yeah, who's in Hollywood Homicide? I've never seen that one. I know the name. I've heard the name before.
Harrison Ford and Josh Hartnett.
Oh, okay, I do know that one. Because, I think that was on TV the other day, and I caught it right in the middle or near the end, but okay.
I already own it on DVD, and I didn't feel like moving. I'm like, oh, this could go on the list. That's cool. I'll watch this. And I fucking laughed at it still. I still enjoy the movie. I find it hilarious. Then I did a little more DVD December work with Kickboxer 3 and Kickboxer 4. So Kickboxer this is where Tom Poe comes in. So Kickboxer 4 stars Jean-Claude Van Damme. No, Kickboxer 1, my bad. Stars Jean-Claude Van Damme. He gets revenge for his brother who got crippled by Tom Poe. Second movie, they fucking shoot both the characters and kill them because Tom Poe's a dick. And challenges their third brother, which we didn't know about until the movie was made, who was played by Sasha Mitchell, who, if you watch Step by Step...
Oh, freaking Cody?
Fucking Cody! And I'm sitting there watching, I'm watching Kickboxer 3, because I didn't watch 2 or 1 because I don't own them. I'm like, well, I got this shit, let me just put this on. It's 2 movies in 1 shot, right?
Yeah.
So I'm watching, I'm like, Sasha Mitchell, I remember that name. Then I see a picture, I'm like, fucking Cody?
That's hella funny.
And I looked that shit up, I'm like, that's fucking Cody. Like, the schmuck.
The Code Man.
Who lived in a fucking van.
In their driveway.
Is a fucking kickboxer. He's a trained martial artist. Like, the shit you find out.
That's funny.
Now, in this movie, I'm like sitting there like, oh shit, wait, what? Everyone's shooting guns now. Why? Like, he's murdering people. So then when I put on Kickboxer 4, they recap Kickboxer and Kickboxer 2.
Okay.
Yeah, they completely ignore the fact that Kickboxer 3 ever existed.
Nice.
It was hilarious. It's like, yes, I've been in prison for several years now. I've known this woman for a few years. Like, wait, the other movie happened 2 years before this one. Did that happen in an alternate universe? And apparently Tom Poe went from being a Muay Thai murderer to a fucking drug kingpin in Mexico.
The fuck?
Yeah. Who's played by a different actor, who's given a prosthetic on his forehead, better be a prosthetic on his forehead, or he has 2 sets of eyelids and one blink underneath the other.
Oh, that's creepy.
It was weird. Like, we're gonna try and make you look Asian, but when you blink, you have 2 eyelids.
Weird.
It was so fucking wrong.
Weird.
There was nothing kosher about it, man.
Weird.
It was so bad. But I enjoyed the shit out of both movies because of how bad they were. Because I like a good, stupid action film. So, what the fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then last night, because I do need to go through my DVD December and work on that a little more, I watched Skyfall.
Skyfall. I'm trying to think.
Honestly, I don't remember half of what I watched the first time I watched it. This time I understood it a little better.
See, and I'm wondering. I mean, here's the thing. I'm trying to remember. I know I saw Casino Royale. I'm trying to remember because the only Bond movies that I physically have seen, and I kid you not, have been all Daniel Craig. And I know I've seen 2 of them.
Not a bad place to start.
And I've only seen 2 of them. And I know I've seen Casino Royale, and I think I saw whatever the one came next.
Quantum of Solace.
That's what it is. So I haven't seen Skyfall yet.
No. See, I like Skyfall, but it's essentially 2.5 hours of an hour and a half long movie.
Yeah.
Like, it did not need to be over 2 hours long. It really did to get to the idea of, okay, Bond goes into hiding because he got shot, they thought he was dead, so he's like, fuck it, I'm out. Then he comes back in because he has to save people, and then Javier Bardem is essentially just running shit over just to kill them.
Nice.
You know? Which eventually she does die in, what was the last one? Spectre.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, trust me, that was a good movie. I need to get that myself soon. Hopefully, again, Black Friday, $4, $5, $6 Blu-rays. I mean, I'm all over that shit, you know? Seriously, if they have that shit, like, alright, I'll buy that, 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 and I bought 22 fucking films last year.
That's a lot of movies.
Dude, I'm looking at about 90 films I could watch for Arnold SchwarzeNovember on my to-watch pile.
Oh my lord.
Yes, I have Conquest, which is I think a Lucio Fulci fantasy movie, not a zombie movie, a fantasy movie. Invaders of the Lost Gold, which I'm told is supposed to be extremely horrible, so I hope that's worth the $3 I paid for it. Savages, Hurt Locker. Every Planet of the Apes ever.
Nice.
Something called The White Warrior, although that probably does not belong there anymore. Zatoichi, The Blind Swordsman. Back to the Future. I think those are stretching me.
Yeah.
But Mad Max, Fury Road.
Yeah, that's one I got.
Probably killing them softly, the Brad Pitt movie. The Wolverine. Enter the Dragon. I think that counts.
Yeah, yeah.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, versus The Boxer's Omen, Steel Dawn. That's Conan the Barbarian. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Tom Yum-Goong. The Gambler. Wizards. Akira. Terminator Genesis. Vampire Hunter D. Bloodlust. Looper. The Raid. The Raid 2. Out of the Furnace. 5 Bond films. That's just one pile.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, I'm tempted to quit my job and try to watch as many movies and read as many comic books before the world blows up.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, shoot, God, man, you should, like, YouTube, I mean, I know you don't like being on camera, but you should, like, YouTube review all these shits as you watch them again.
Nah, I'm not into that type of shit. That's not my jam.
Yeah.
No sugar added blackberries, my jam. No, seriously, that shit is really good. Like, my mom got that shit from, like, a farmer's market in Pennsylvania. I'm gonna have to look up the name of that place. I'm like, can I order more of this?
Right on.
I mean, first of all, blackberry jam is the shit. But seedless, pure, no sugar added blackberry jam, man, it's the right level of sweetness without being too sweet. Because you don't know that extra sugar shit. And, that's my whole list.
Nice. Right on. So, yeah, man, SchwarzeNovember is
shit, I've just been put on Chris Jericho's list.
Why? What'd you do?
If you see this image while scrolling the first page, you have been visited by the GOAT Chris Jericho, and you're now on his list.
No.
Damn you, Tomas!
That's funny. Pretty good. Oh, man. So, yeah, God, it's so funny, because there's a lot of things out there. I said I have more on my shelf. I have more on my queue, but it's like, man, when I sit down and watch a movie, sometimes, especially like now, like as I'm going to bed, I'll sit there and watch it, and then I doze, and I'm like, shit, where did I fall asleep at? And I gotta go back and rewind it, and I start watching it again, and I fall asleep again. I'm like, fuck this, turn it off, go to sleep.
Finish it tomorrow.
Yeah, so that's what happened with Small Soldiers.
Yeah, I've had to do that a few times, you know.
So, yeah, I'm hoping I'll get one in tonight, and then at least pull me even, and then I'll be right on the days again, so here's hoping. A lot of the action movies, though, here's the thing, that was the main difference that I'm noticing between 31 Nights of Halloween and now SchwarzeNovember is horror movies are generally under 2 hours. Action movies are over 2 hours.
Nah, man, that's more of a recent thing, honestly.
Well, at least from what I'm seeing, I mean, a lot of the, even, the ones on my list, True Lies is, 2.5 hours almost.
Yeah, but that's, like I said, that's more in the last 15, 20, 25 years. If you really, the best thing to do, find something low budget.
Okay.
All right? Or no budget. Like 80s films, 80s action films, they always came in just under 90 minutes. Because that's the perfect time. You put a half-hour commercials in there, edit out some language, edit out some titties, and you're done. And you can put that shit on any channel.
Okay. Yeah, you know what I just thought of that I probably should watch again, and because I haven't seen it, and apparently now the TV show is pretty damn good, is Lethal Weapon.
I still refuse to watch that.
Really?
I really don't like the guy they got playing the Mel Gibson character.
Oh, you're talking on the TV show. I was like, yeah, I apparently people say it's good. I haven't watched it either, so.
Oh, you're talking about the movie? Shit, I got those. Dude, I've double dipped on those so many times because I've had I had them on VHS. Gave those to my mom, and I bought the DVDs. If I ever feel like it, I might just buy the 4-pack of Blu-rays if they're cheap enough and just give the DVDs away.
Nice. Yeah, because I know I got them somewhere. And find them. Let me see if it's not me, and then my dad has them. So, but yeah, there's quite a few things out there. It's a lot easier for me to find action movies than it is to find horror. So, because I actually.
That's more of a general thing. The best horror came from the 80s and 70s and 80s.
Yeah, because now it's all found footage. It's all found footage and realist, trying to be like a reality show crap for jump scares.
Yeah, a lot of that modern day shit just doesn't have the same storytelling or impact. But that's what people get off on these days.
Yeah, and then the late 90s, early 2000s was like a rehash of the slasher film.
Yeah, and thank God, because then we got movies like Hatchet in 2007, and that came up with 3 great films.
Yeah, because then, around, the mid-2000s is when Hostel came out?
No, I think that was 2003.
So, yeah, early mid.
That was coming off the Saw.
Yeah, the Saw type, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, there's a lot of those things out there, and yeah, whatever, but yeah, no, I'm definitely finding it a lot easier to find movies that are action movies. It's just a matter of they're a little bit longer that I gotta deal with now, so it's like, okay, I could, beforehand it was like, ooh, cool, I could watch 2 of these movies in 3 hours, and now I'm watching an action flick, and I'm like, oh my god, this is dragging out so long.
Well, that's why you gotta watch older action films.
Yeah.
Man. Stick to the 80s. Watch the American Ninja or Kickboxer series and shit like that, or one of the 4 blood sports that are out there.
Can I watch Beverly Hills Ninja? Would that count as an action/comedy?
I'd allow it.
Maybe that one will be on my list because I just find it so funny that freaking Liu Kang is like an absolute. He gets so jacked up in that movie because of Chris Farley.
Well, he's also watched Mortal Kombat.
I have 2 of those. I have, and you know what? They did some fan type thing.
You mean Mortal Kombat Legacy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did 2 seasons of that.
Yeah, and that was pretty.
Very, very good.
I've seen bits and pieces of stuff like that, and I'm like, damn, that's actually it's pretty well done from what I've seen. But they've released
it on DVD with the other 2 Mortal Kombats.
Okay.
On Blu-ray, it's all 3 of those and Spawn.
Yeah, and supposedly they're gonna make another Mortal Kombat flick, from what I hear.
There's always something in the pool about ready to be made.
Yeah. See, I still wish they would make a Twisted Metal flick.
That's definitely not going to happen.
No, I know it won't. I know.
Twisted Metal hasn't been a thing in how long?
I know. When that game first came out, I thought that would be a really good way to make a game because of just the eccentric characters. I
think if they did something like that, like they did Death Proof back in 2008.
Yeah, make it Grindhouse style or something maybe.
Something where it's a lot less, jokey and a little bit more serious, but still has like some of the goofy rides and Sweet Tooth and shit.
Yeah. I just love
It's like maybe it's like post-apocalyptic style where it's like how
Fury Road meets Grindhouse movie.
Fury Road meets Death Proof.
Yeah.
Not Death Proof. Fury Road meets Death Race.
Yeah,
I'd be down for something like that.
That'd be kind of fun. Yeah, man. I feel bad because it's like sometimes I'm watching these movies nowadays and it's like basically all the good ideas are gone, or people just aren't making the new ideas into movies. It's all rehash and remakes. Even the television. It's one of those situations where like even like sitcoms, it's like you made the same jokes like 10 years ago and they're just remaking the same jokes because history always tends to repeat itself anyway. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's see. We can't talk about Walking Dead because you're behind. Survivors.
Unfortunately, can't talk about Lucha because we're both behind.
Yeah, I haven't watched tonight's.
Can't talk about NXT because I'm so fucking behind.
Yeah, and then Survivor Series is coming up this weekend. So.
This weekend or next weekend?
I think it's this weekend.
No, it's next weekend.
Is it?
Yes.
All right, I will take your word.
Because we have NXT next Wednesday, which I might try to go to last minute.
Really? Wait, really? Really?
You're having NXT at the Garden, the theater at the Garden.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it ain't like MSG Prime, but it's still at the Garden, so that's a start.
Interesting. I did not know that. Oh, it is the 20th. Damn, I thought it was this weekend. Shit. That was like getting all ready for Survivor Series this weekend. Going over to my buddy's house. Well,
it ain't happening. You're still gonna be buddy's house stuff.
Yeah, and it's I was like, because there's no Raider game this weekend because they're on a bye week, so I was like, ooh, cool, pay-per-view and no football game. Okay, cool, that works out perfectly. So not anymore.
Also, that Saturday is going to be the NXT where Joe Nakamura face off once more.
Oh, that's the Toronto one.
Yes. We'll see the finals of the Dusty Classic.
And Samoa Joe and Nakamura beat the ever-living shit out of each other.
Probably see Rude and
Ty Dillinger.
Yes.
And I'm assuming Roderick Strong is going to be in action, even though he's not in the tournament anymore.
Well, thanks for that spoiler.
Oh, well. You heard about Austin Aries, so you could kind of assume that. Right?
Oh, I saw his face.
Yeah, it looked like he had a vagina on his face from getting super kicked by Nakamura.
Shit happens.
Busted his eye hole. Like, legitimately busted his eye socket.
Oh, so he broke it too?
Yeah, so now his eye was completely swollen over. You could barely see out of it on that picture.
And he still had a shit-eating grin on.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Yeah.
This shit's fake, right?
Yeah,
I can't see you.
Yeah, last week on NXT, they actually showed the clips from when I was there in San Jose, and Austin Aries says, oh, yeah, I got a busted eye hole. And he takes off his glasses and shows everybody, so... Yeah, well. But, yeah, so, we're there. I don't know, man. I'm so over this Goldberg Brock Lesnar crap. I'm so sick of James Ellsworth on SmackDown. God,
Raw was so bad.
It's one of those things where, like, we have the possibility of having the best wrestling on TV. Like, we literally went from... How many weeks ago was it where we're talking, this is the best time to be a wrestling fan? And then all of a sudden now it's like, oh my god, the weekly shows are just crap now all of a sudden. It just bothers me.
Seriously, it's upsetting.
Yeah.
And we went from doing so well to do I have to watch? Like, I've missed like a month's worth of shit and I didn't care at all.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because there are some great superstars that the WWE has, but granted, I know, hopefully, crossing my fingers that after NXT Toronto, One or both, Nakamura or Joe, get moved up to the main roster.
I don't think Nakamura's going to go because
he's probably going to he's probably going to keep the title.
And I think him and Robert Roode have to.
Yeah, I think that would. Yeah, I think that would be perfect. And I think you'd put Joe up there on SmackDown and let him feud with AJ. Why the hell not, dude?
I think he's going to go to Raw.
Yeah.
Someone's going to have to take out Baron Strowman.
No, Braun Strowman.
No, it's Baron now.
Okay.
Because he's just about as entertaining.
Yeah.
See, I want to like Braun Strowman, but they haven't given me a chance to.
Yeah. And they're hyping all this stuff up with Survivor Series, and it's like, really? Like, I honestly, like,
I'm not even watching the males match because fucking Shane McMahon.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Like, he shall pass, thank you.
Yeah,
I do not think I will be giving a shit about that match because I do not want to see Shane McMahon wrestle ever.
Yeah,
again.
I'm not fond of what they're doing lately, man. Like, the women's match might be all right, but again, it's like they usually tend to not give the women as much time as they need. And it ends up.
Hopefully, since there's only really 4 Survivor Series matches, Ziggler, the Cruiserweight, and unfortunately Gold Turd.
Yeah.
And Bork Laser.
Yeah.
God, I really have no.
And they were talking about making that a 4-hour show, and I'm like, no, please don't.
It should be a 4-hour show.
It's gonna drive me nuts. I really don't want it. And the sad part is Brock and Goldberg are gonna probably go on last.
Of course they are.
I mean, and
that means I can end the show. I can end my evening nice and early.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna. Honestly, I have a feeling that's gonna stink up the joint. I really do. I'm not. I mean, I'm looking forward. I mean, it's Survivor Series.
Has there been a Brock Lesnar match lately that hasn't stunk up the joint?
Touche. I can't think of one that has been relatively decent.
Brock has not done anything since he came back but waste my fucking time.
Yeah. I mean, I was getting excited there just because it's Survivor Series and they're doing more traditional matches, but I just after seeing the product over the last couple of weeks, it's like, okay, my happiness for it was like it's been diminished. I mean, I still am gonna watch it. I still want it to be good. I'm still excited in the sense that, oh, okay, cool, it's a pay-per-view, I get to go hang out with my buddies. But I don't expect it to be good anymore, which is sad. So, I don't know. I'm excited, but I'm slightly disappointed already.
Slightly? I'm already done with this friggin' season.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And there's I told you about the 205 Live that's coming, the NXT, well, not NXT, the Cruiserweights.
So it kind of gives away the fact that SmackDown will be winning that match.
Yeah, I have a feeling something's going to happen. So, but yeah, 205 Live is going to be on Tuesday nights after SmackDown. I believe it's after SmackDown. Starting sometime after Survivor Series. So,
the 29th.
So a week after Survivor Series, a little over a week anyway. But I'm hoping that means we get to see more of those guys. We haven't seen Jack Gallagher yet.
We haven't seen Tozawa yet, which really angers me.
Yeah, we just saw Noam Dar, which actually, in all honesty, he probably looked the most crisp on Raw than he did in the Cruiserweight Classic.
He did look pretty good, actually.
And dude, being in one of his homes, I mean, because he's originally from Israel, but he calls Scotland home. That guy got the biggest ovation on the planet.
Especially when he fucked up Kendrick.
Yeah.
At the
end. Yeah. So, it sucks. I mean, I don't understand why WWE has this like fetish with having guys not win matches in their hometowns, and all of a sudden.
I mean, all of a sudden.
Well, in the last few weeks, Sasha Banks lost in Boston. Noam Dar was on the losing end of his team in Scotland. Who else was it? Perkins lost in L.A. To Kendrick in his. It was one of the. It was a non-title match, but he still lost in his hometown, Los Angeles. Dude, it bugs me that they keep doing that. It's like, dude, come on, let the guy go over in their hometown for love.
How many people lose on their birthdays?
That's another one too. Yeah, Chris Jericho's birthday isn't it today as we're taping this?
Yeah, and he took like a pie in the face in Berlin.
Yeah, so happy birthday, Chris Jericho. By the time you hear this, it'll be belated. So
we're on the list.
Yes, apparently so.
That'd be great.
Shoot.
I want to be on the list of Jericho.
Yeah. Oh, random thought that just popped in my head. You saw the thing I posted on the Instagram, Girlboard Radio on Instagram. The Doctor Strange Tony Stark thing.
Yes, awesome mustache bros.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. They're like, "Hey," it's like all these things they find in common. It's like, wait a minute, I was Sherlock Holmes. It's like we're brothers.
Are we best friends now?
Yeah. That's so funny. Oh, man. Stupid things you find on the internet, I swear. Oh, there was one. I was going to say, there was one. I'm trying to see if I still have it. I thought I saved something and was going to send it to you or post it to you, but I don't remember if it was good, bad, indifferent, offensive. I don't know.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, it was. It could be slightly confused as construed as offensive, I guess. I don't know, but it was a sign. It had it was a person, a woman wearing a shirt, looking like I guess she's going grocery shopping, and it says on the caption says, "Move over Netflix and chill, and make way for," and on the back of her shirt it says "biscuits and porn." I thought it was funny. Uh-oh, I think I lost Scott. No! Screwy Skype. Alright, we're recording, so we're gonna keep going. We're gonna push through. Oh, man. I think his computer just screwed up, and he has to restart his Skype, and the call failed. Well, we lost Scott, so, on that note, I think I'm just going to close out the show. So, for Scott NDX out there in New York City, and me, Daniel Correa, here in the San Francisco Bay Area, be sure to add us and subscribe on the YouTube channel, Gorilla Blood Radio on the Instagram as well. So, this has been Gorilla Blood Radio, and we'll talk to you again next time around. Bye! Hopefully Scott's computer will be okay next week.